Hello everyone, back with another unboxing. It's Eric. Welcome back to the Adventures in Collecting YouTube channel where we unbox the toys that we love to talk about. So recently, if you've been following us on social media at AIC_podcast, you'll see that we got an awesome care package from Diamond Collectibles. So first of all, big thank you for sending that. The figures look great, and today is the first of us diving into the figures that they sent us. So I'm kicking us off here with the PlayStation 4 Gamerverse Spider-Man. The suit built for him, spoilers, by Dr. Octavius. This is such a cool looking figure, such a great new twist on the Spider-Man suit design. The game was fantastic. It was one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game, the year that it came out. If you have a PlayStation 4, it is like the appointment playing. You gotta do it. Fantastic game. So, typical of the Diamond Marvel Select line, this figure comes packed with some really cool accessories. It has that giant window on it, as well as some really great information here on the back. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but this is the Spider-Man Advanced Suit. And again, you can see the Gamerverse logo on the bottom. So just giving it a quick glance, I cannot wait to get this out of the package. So let's flip it to the other angle and let's open him up. All right, and here we are, just like that. We're back. So let's go ahead and pop him open. So here we are. So like we get in every Diamond Select figure, we get a little licensed product here. Usually gives us some information about the figure, as well as a a way to kind of join the fan club. So inside here, let's start with our accessory bundle here. Oh, we got a combination of things here. All right. So first off, we have an awesome little web effect. We have a series of hands. Let's see, how many hands do we get? All right. We get our little spider bot, which is awesome. This was such a cool part of the game. Controlling that thing. We get a flip hand for both, oh, exploding plastic. We get flip hands for both the left and right hand, which is awesome. We get Spider-Man's smartphone, which factors very heavily into the game. We get grippy hands. All right, so here we go. Here he is. I love it already. Wow, it's just a cool figure. All right, before we go into paint and detail, let's break down the articulation. So his head, he can move all the way this way, all the way that way, down, move up a little bit. He's got the a pretty decent ab crunch, as you can see there. So can't go back. No, I take that back. He can go back pretty far. He's got double articulation at the waist, so of course he has the twisty top torso, and then he has a little bit of a twist lower torso. Definitely a little bit of up and down. He's got that ball jointed shoulder, no butterfly joints here, but he does have the ability to get his arms out pretty far. He has the swivel at the bicep that you can see here. He has a double jointed elbow, and it's a pretty good double jointed elbow too, all things considered. He can get some pretty good movement there, as you can see. He rotates at the wrist, in and out. Let's put a flip hand on just so that we can see how easily they pop off. So I'm just gonna give it a little right off, no issue whatsoever, and right on. Rock out, Spidey. All right, down to the legs. Spidey can do the splits. Nice high kick there. But as you can see, perfect. Could do the splits. He's got that upper thigh cut. he's got the double jointed knee, and he's got the rocker at the ankle. So pretty straightforward. In terms of the articulation, just the kind of things that we would expect. The paint and detail on this one is fantastic. There's no, I see a little bit of bleed off of the eye there on the one side, but otherwise, unlike our latest Marvel Legends film Spidey, the black lines are painted. You'll see when we get to mine that I took the time to do that with a marker. He's got sculpted on web shooters, as you can see there. They do have a little bit of a lip to them, which is great. And overall, the white pops. Everything has some nice texture to it. You can really kind of feel the quality of this. Nice matte finish across the board. It's a great looking Spider-Man figure. In terms of scale, so I'm gonna grab that Marvel Legends Spidey that I just mentioned, and let's see how he scales up. So I can tell you right now, he's big. He is a Diamond Select figure, so that is to be expected. One could make the argument that if you are posing a Spider-Verse here now, yeah, it's a big difference. He's kind of a giant in terms of the Marvel Legends scale, so I do not expect you. Maybe with some clever posing, you could get away with maybe a Monster Venom. Let me grab Monster Venom here. So Monster Venom is nice and beefy. Of course, he does not go up against any sort of Venom in the game, but there is that scale works. You could definitely have this Spider-Man posed with this Venom, no problem. The height difference is really, really, really big, because it is Monster Venom, so you can see that these two scale pretty well together. We'll make sure I get them in the light box together so you could really get a handle on that. But yeah, these two actually scale really nicely. So if you had a display with this Spider-Man and this Venom, I think you'd be all right. All right, so final thoughts. I'm sorry for the sniffling. I mowed my lawn this morning, and my allergies are just kind of wild right now. But final thoughts on the Diamond Select Spider-Man. This figure is cool as hell. I mean, if you're expecting it to scale with all of your Marvel Legends, welcome to the world of collecting action figures. Everybody's in a different scale. So the properties might be the same, but if you are dead set on having a PS4 Gamerverse Spider-Man that scales perfectly with your Marvel Legends, good luck. You got to hunt down that GameStop exclusive. That's your only choice at this point. If you're planning on posing him with somebody like Monster Venom in your collection, they will definitely work together. And you'll see that once we get them in the light box. But they scale really nicely, because you really don't know. Venom's been so many different sizes and been so many different looks that this is kind of up for grabs. And because we do have the multiverse and things like that, I think you'll be okay. But yeah, if you see this guy and you're looking for a Spider-Man Gamerverse figure for your collection, period, and you don't really care about scale, or you are purely a Marvel Select collector and you don't do Legends, this is a must-have. It's a great figure. As always, follow us here at AIC_podcast on Instagram and Twitter, where we're constantly posting toy news and all kinds of cool stuff. And while you're doing that, hit that button below and subscribe. Subscribe here on YouTube, so that way you don't miss when we post new videos about toys. We have a bunch coming now from that box that we got from Diamond. So we have a bunch of more reviews coming from the contents within. And while we're talking about subscribing, of course, subscribe to the podcast, Adventures in Collecting. Find us wherever you listen to podcasts. And when you find us, make sure you leave us a little review, and a rating, and maybe we'll read your review on the show. And while you're at it, if you're leaving a review, let us know what your favorite toy is. Favorite toy to collect, toy you've been looking for, a white whale, some kind of fun little toy story so we could talk about it on the show. So once again, this was Eric, and big ol' thumbs up to Spider-Man here. Thanks again to Diamond Select for sending them, and we'll see you next time.